My YouTube. I'm so excited tonight because everything seems that Yeat is gonna be dropping tonight. I'm very blessed, I'm very stoked. Chuki is dropping a banger with Yung Mavu, that's for certain. But like with Two Alive in our future in a few hours, I thought like, what's better than making it? Nah, for real. I was just like, I want to make a Yeat tutorial. Album or not, I want to make a Yeat tutorial. So the beat I have pulled up here is like really distorted and, as you know, suited for Two Alive. At the time of this recording, I haven't heard the album, but you know, it's bells in there. It's bells in there for sure. It's a pretty simple beat. I started off with this ambient vocal. It's a stock preset from Operator in Ableton. This is the pattern I drew in. Just like a regular pad or something. The next preset which I pull up is this contact preset, is the World Clar Duduk, which is featured in my video that probably dropped before this video or is dropping one video after this video. The only thing I did, adding this EQ because it was so harsh. This is without it, and this is with it. Makes it a lot more high-end, a lot softer. That's what I was going for. So then we're moving on to the other instrument, which is the Clar Duduk flute. Stupid simple, just the root note, then 4 notes down. It just creates that typical Yeat chord progression flow. It usually gives off an anthemic, euphoric feel when you go from your root note to the 4th note below that. It's just a little tip I can give y'all. But that's it for the melody. It's like a really drums heavy beat. What I'm gonna show you is the heads, which I started off with is the fuzzy head. It's from a Reddit pack. As you can hear, it's so unnatural, metallic. It's really to give off a crunchy, a grunge, a nasty feel really. That's what we're going for. Then I added these claps on top of that. Real nasty, not an orthodox type of clap. And I had this perk, which I added in there. Real simple, real easy bounce. Added the kicks, which don't really give off a nice sound when you play them by itself, but when you add them with the 808s, it really gives off a nice feel. Let me show the 808 pattern because this is the most interesting thing probably of the whole beat. Based off this idea, and what I always learned in drumming class is to take one idea, duplicate that idea, make a little variation out of it, then take those 2 patterns, duplicate that so that you have 4 patterns, and then at the end, when you have the 4th repetition, you add just a little more variation than you did in the second bar. That's I'm sorry if I'm explaining it bad, but there's really no other way to explain that. Idea, variation, idea, bigger variation, and that's it. Kind of reminds me of the Grinch. And then it goes to the 8th note in the scale, which is in this case F sharp, and it really gives off a very dark feel, especially when you go from the F sharp to the F, which is a half step. Half steps are always darker. And then at the end, I kind of did a south side 808 roll. It's really like an 808 Mafia thing. I only hear them boys do that. What I told you, you repeat this pattern. When you duplicate that, you need to make a little variation at the end. That's pretty much it. This beat was already turned, but here's a bell. Sounds very unnatural when you play it like that because it's a one shot, but it definitely makes sense in the beat and the way how it's leveled and cranked up so high. And then I added this open head just on the main 808 hits. Really had a nice feel in the mastering. So now it's time to hear the beat.
George. Bruh, is that George?
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I inspired y'all. I hope Two Alive is out by now, because otherwise I'm gonna have to love, because the support has been great lately, as always, to be honest. And I love you guys. See you.